Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash, the honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and all the Akim out there that are pushing the truth with nothing but sincerity, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there that's scattered among the world. So with that, I want to say Shalom. And today I want to speak about missiles, though, because when you think about missiles, you wouldn't think nothing of that connects to the Bible to it, though, but the Bible does actually talk about like the missiles, and the thing about it though is that, because you'd be thinking like, well, that was in the past though. How are the prophets talking about missiles though when they were all in the past? Well, they're prophets. Prophecy means telling before it happens. And here we are telling you about the missiles that the scriptures talked about, but you don't believe us though. And that's the thing about it though. See, because that's the thing about it that makes his Bible so special, because there's prophecy, a lot of prophecy in the Bible. The other books though don't have prophecy like the Holy Bible though. You know what I'm saying? So that's why what holy means, to be separated though. And the thing about it though is that, like I said, the Book of the Dead, these other books though, they don't got no prophecy in them. Only the Bible does though. So when we say that the missiles are talked about in the scriptures, guess what? You guys don't believe us. Well, I'm here to get some scriptures though, right? Salakia. Stupid asshole, man. There's the book of Isaiah 9 and 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and in garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." See, but it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. Because remember when they will do those, before they will get into battle, they'll like scream though, or shout, not scream, but like they'll shout, like they'll be like, and then just go down and start fighting. But it says, it says garments rolled in blood. Yeah, because when you're over there with as a warrior that has a sword though, if they be killing so much, eventually that blood will land on their garment. You be killing so much though, slicing over here and slicing over there, that eventually blood will come upon you and be like their blood. But it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. What's burning and with fuel of fire? It's the missiles. Because it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. But back in these times though, there was no missiles. There was no fuel of fire though, with burning with fuel and fire though, when it came into war. So this is talking about clearly about now times though. You know what I'm saying though? Because they shall be with burning and fuel of fire. But see, the warriors back then, they were used what? Their spears, their swords, and I forgot what those things are called though. With you put them on that thing, and then you put rocks and stones on them, and then you release it, and it throws, it hits like the castles to knock down the temples or castles and things like that. I forgot what that's called though. But you see though, so that's the thing about it, man. Back then, they didn't have no missiles though. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it was just straight up sword, spears, and what I just said though, and that's it. So another one would be Revelation 6 and 13. It says, "And the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind." See? It says, and the stars of heaven fell onto earth though. So when have you ever seen a star? Well, you want to say them shooting stars or whatever, but when have you ever seen a star? Well, it says stars. When have you ever seen stars fall from the sky, right, onto the earth though? So this is a parable, like a parable. He says, even as a fig tree casted her untimely figs. Yeah, when they, when they fall. It says, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And what has a mighty wind? When a missile hits, it creates this window. Not window, but a wind. You know, what is mighty though? What creates a mighty wind? The missiles when they hit, and then when it comes back in. You know what I'm saying though? Because 14 it says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And what does that? Missiles when they hit, because the scroll when it is rolled together, and that's talking about the mushroom clouds though. That's talking about the mushroom clouds. You know, because when they that's what it, you know, because it says depart as a scroll when it's rolled together, because you know it's like a shape like a mushroom, because it says and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So what could move an island? And like literally think about it, what could move mountains and what could move an island though? Missiles when they hit places though, man, they'll be shaking out of place though and things like that. You know what I'm saying though? Because even if you look at was that Isaiah 13? Isaiah 13 and 13 and 19, it says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? It got destroyed by what? Fire. And it says, and it shall never be inhabited, neither shall be dwelt in from generation to generation. So it's, you know, no one's going to live there. Neither shall the Arabian pitch their tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. And well, the key is 19. It says, because when as God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, because this is a future prophecy that's going to happen here in America. You know what I'm saying though? Because it's going to be desolated, nothing here. You know? So that's what it's talking about. And because this is Jeremiah 51 and 1. It says, thus said the Most High, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, rise up against me a destroying wind. See? A destroying wind. You know what I'm saying though? A missile, when it hits though, and it creates that wind. And it says too, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. And what is that though? The fanners are the missiles though. Because when you have a fan, what does a fan do? Let's say, it creates air. It throws out air. So does a missile. You know what I'm saying? Because it says, and shall empty her land. So I didn't say lands, it said land. So it's a singular, talking about America. You know? Because you know what I'm saying? Because it says, and rise up against me a destroying wind, and I will send into Babylon fanners that shall fan her and empty her land. And you know, when a missile hits, you know, it empties out whatever it's in the way, you know? So this is clearly talking about missiles. Clearly talking about missiles, man. So I understand it's hard to believe though, but it's in the scriptures, and that one is in the Old Testament. The Old Testament. You know what I'm saying though? It's all in the Testament. So you can't, you know, so that's what makes this Bible so beautiful, because it has prophecy though. You know what I'm saying? Because look at this, is Zechariah 14 and 12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Most High will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. You know? Who are adversaries though, man. All our adversaries though. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. So literally, as they're standing on their feet, their skin and everything's going to melt away. And what could do that? And it says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. See, so you're literally going to be standing though, and your skin and your eyes, everything though, your eyes and your skin, your eyes and your tongue are going to be melted away. You know? So what could do that though? What could do that? See? What could do that? A missile, man. When a missile strikes. So you cannot say there's no such thing as missiles in the Bible though, because this is clearly talking about what happens when the missile hits, though. It's describing a way how it happens when the missile hits, like in that movie Terminator 2. What happened to Sarah Connor when she was holding up against that fence? It's clearly, it's similar to this. What happened to her and that lady, though, when she was holding up against when she was asleep, though, and she had that dream, though. She was holding up against the fence, though, and then her skin and everything just got melted away, though. And she was not left but nothing but a skeleton. It is exact the same way described here. So with that, hopefully you're edified. To the next one I say, hey, shalom.